Welcome back to Dragon Quest Builders 2. Last time, things happened. I don't quite remember what things it was that happened, but things definitely happened. Also, Malroth is having a temper tantrum and we need to punch him in the face. I apologize if I sound a little bit off or breathless for the first little while. The temperature shifted again, and even though it's mid-December, it's actually hot. So I am actually a little bit breathless right now. I have my air conditioner running, so it'll get better soon. Just if I sound kind of weird, that's why. The wonders of living in the southern U.S. December is hot. Oh yeah, we're supposed to go to the temple up there. Court of Chaos, that was it. Thank you, Ari. I think we're going to the Court of Chaos to actually talk to one of Helen's superiors? Or equals, one of the two. Because we think they might know how we can get up to where Malroth is. Or even where Malroth actually is. I say up to, but we don't actually have any idea where he is right now. I personally think Ari is the best slime in history, quite frankly. Not just the best metal slime, he's the best slime ever. But to be fair, I never played the games with the healer slime partner, so that might be why. The closest I've ever gotten is Dragon Quest XI, and that's not quite the same thing. Also, this is one of the reasons why navigation in here isn't too terrible. Because I said before that you can't actually teleport, but it's not as bad as it seems. This is why. You always get directions to where you need to go, and the buggy is really fast. You just have to be a little bit careful about Malroth and his little hissy fit. You also have to kind of be careful not to fall. This is a little easier said than done if you get caught in one of the blue wolves lifting you up. I actually really appreciate all the marks we get because I certainly wouldn't know where to go without them. And you jump off a cliff for the end to come to the Court of Chaos. Pretty. Sure. Yeah, I will say that if you don't have a good sense of direction, Malhalla is, admittedly quite fittingly, kind of hell. But you don't actually have to go quite as fast as the game makes it think you need to go. As long as you're going quick speed through those globbles, you can actually take it as slow as you want. Especially because Malroth only hits in predetermined spots and for a predetermined amount of damage. If you know where that is, it's actually quite easy to dodge him. Zebedee? We have Helen and then Zebedee. I don't think I know your name, no. Why do so many of the monsters think this? I get you're worshipping a religion of destruction, but this seems a little too far, guys. I can't figure out what this is referencing, because I know there has to be a reference in some of their names because of how much Dragon Quest likes its puns and references, but I cannot figure it out for the life of me. So Builder apparently built this whole creepy thing for the monsters. That's interesting. Alright, you know, let's do just that. Smashy smashy! Also, you can't actually get away that easily. It makes you break this thing. You can't get around it. I've tried before just to smash everything else and walk around it, but that doesn't quite work. Also, wow, this is one heck of a treasure trove. What's the problem? I just broke your wall, your destruction. Why shouldn't you worship that? Also, yeah, you said we could. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you gave me permission then, huh? Also, it shows that he cares about this spot much more than he lets on. Grab all this, because stuff being left around just bothers me. That is horrible, even for Dragon Quest. Seriously, that's just terrible. I don't expect much of this game's puns, but I expected better than that. I still love the fact that we recruited Helen and probably all the other monsters by basically pointing out that breaking their tenets is the ultimate act of destruction. When Noah... That's still my favorite line of most of this chapter, is Noah just pointing that out and all the other monsters going, Cause he's really not wrong. By their own tenets, they should be helping us out all the time. Maybe the reason that Malhala's name was kept secret was mostly so that the higher-ups could use it as a passcode or something? That's my best guess as to why they wouldn't, like, actually say the name. So I think we may have befriended Zebedee. These chests actually have a bunch of nice goodies. If they will actually let me loot them. Here we go. This one's got food. The slimy steak, which... that sure just sounds appealing, doesn't it? We have... Seed of Life, which is actually appealing because I always like more health. We've got some bones and strange sand for some reason. Gold bar, which is always appreciated, let me tell you that. Oil and chert, which... Ooh, Malro's having a fit. I don't know why they gave us chert, but the oil is always appreciated. Some more of the tentacles. Earth and iron. Always appreciated. Then we have wood and glass, which... you don't really need the wood. But if I hadn't gotten infinite, this would also be appreciated. I'm gonna go ahead and shove everything into my inventory again. There's actually a specific cutoff point in Malhalla that is more direct than any other point in any of the other chapters, and when I get to that point, I'll sort through my items. He's below us, and you can just jump off right here. The buggy negates any fall damage. Also, I kind of love how the dialogue just completely stops the buggy. Whoops. Stops the buggy dead. All momentum's just gone. Oh god, it's one of the diggers reborn as a monster. I actually kind of adore this guy, though I probably shouldn't. Where did anything else? Where's the food? By the loosest definition of food. I think somebody got clipped by that explosion. Because there's no way those ants did that much damage. The good news is that you can just leave items laying around if you want, considering you're never going to come back to Malhalla. So it's completely erased from the game file. Ooh, that looks new over there. More blood and body parts. You know, he can wait there for a second. Let's see what we got here. We've got a huge horn, which we haven't found before. We have the bottom row of his teeth, which... Dang, Malroth! You're getting to be a big boy, aren't you? Then, of course, up there is the top row of the teeth, as you could probably guess. You can also probably guess we want all of this, because the teeth and the horns make new materials. I gathered enough scales to last us a lifetime. We really only need to pick these parts up. I love that trick. Not quite reach that. Maybe this is why they gave you the chert, just so that you have something that could actually be used as a platform. Okay, camera, please. I've discussed it before, but really my problem with the camera isn't that it zooms in, even though it does it a lot. It's that if it zooms in, it will stay at that zoom level until you forcibly readjust it, and you have to basically hit the close zoom, far zoom button to readjust it, because there's no way to just slightly adjust the camera. Jeez, these were embedded in the scales. How much that must have hurt. Another one I missed? Yeah, it was right up there. Hey, you hawk! Oh, I just dumped a whole thing of blood on me. And of course it prevented me from hammering that for some reason. Give me teeth! Where did they go? I think I grabbed them! I can't actually see. But I'm pretty sure I did. I think I've grabbed everything. I better have grabbed everything because I'm not digging through all that mess to look for it. I kind of wonder how this evolution is actually working. Is he in spots in Malhalla? And he's just moving from spot to spot while he grows? If not, and he's in one central location, why is all this stuff being dropped here? Is Malroth shedding in the castle and Hargon's just like pressing a button and a trapdoor dumps it all over Malhalla? Because he doesn't want to deal with blood and scales and teeth in his house? Like how you might take a lint brush to a dog to get all the hair out of your house? Also, we're way ahead of you. You actually can do this. The wrecking balls will drop the teeth pieces, but I've never really had good luck in arranging them in a way that I would get everything. It's just easier to use your hammer and walking around. 3 of each should be plenty. I'm pretty sure I have 10. Just imagine, like, Mounster Malroth on the floor like a dog, scooting his butt in the carpet, and Hargon's chasing after him with a spray bottle. No! No! Bad Master of Destruction! No! This is a very, very unfortunate close-up, and I am uncomfortable. Game. So I don't know why it showed him as green, because there is nothing in the world that would make you think that was him. Because he's beside you. I did miss one of the teeth, but apparently picked it up there. We're going to be getting a better sword fairly soon, I think. I'm really not sure how you're supposed to dodge swings like that, because it takes you a moment to start sprinting. And you can't walk away from the range of the attack. I feel like half of the damage in this game you just have to tank, because the developers didn't give you a way to dodge it. I still find Rotter to be a hilarious insult, and I don't know why. I'm not too sure that I want to take this guy with me. As long as you promise not to break it, you're welcome to come. I don't care what y'all break on your own time, but don't break my stuff. Do we have a map of Malhalla? I've never actually thought about this before until he brought it up. I just assumed they were giving us vocal directions like, turn here, go down that way. But if we have an actual map of Malhalla, how? But that's actually the way forward, that's not where we need to go. Or that is where we need to go, but we need to pick up the buggy first. Oh, actually, you know what? Considering it's only filled in when you walk into the area yeah. That's what I was thinking. Is the builder just drawing the map themselves? I mean, surely we could have put a piece of paper in our pockets and brought that with us. So this is actually the group I usually hit up second, but I forgot they were here, and this is my favorite group. And you're gonna find out why. As soon as I can get up there. Oh, depth perception. It doesn't matter what game I go into, you are always my greatest foe. We have a pacifist skeleton here. Well, maybe not so much pacifist, it's just not wanting to be in war. Also, I kind of love the implication there that the builder's upset that anybody wants to throw their lives away. It makes sense, but... this one you need to be a little bit careful about. It is really, really easy to fall. I feel like this is why they gave you all the chert. Luckily, you don't have to get too close to be able to talk to them. You know, a lot of these skeletons don't seem very happy with their jobs. There's one way down there. Hi, Malroth! There's the last one. So let's go ahead and get the one that's higher up first. Because we can go down easier than we can go up. See it. Actually wants us to go around here. I still love the fact that even though they tried to stop you from using the windbreaker, the way they did it means the windbreaker is still useful. You just have to get a little bit more creative when you're actually using it. Feels like that's not even remotely what they intended. They fully intended you to never use it at all. Oh, Malroth. That's rude, and you need to stop that. I'm going to give you such a lecture when I find you. One second. The heater just kicked on and it is still way too hot in here. I will never understand it. This room is always the hottest in all the house. That's 24:30. Yeah, we know. I guess that's one way to look at it. There is the last one we need to talk to. And I would take a very deep breath and steel yourself, because down we go. Also, this proves you can actually touch Malroth and nothing happens. He can't actually hurt you. Guess who? Yep. This is our friend from the start, Griswold. This was actually hinted at by the other skeletons talking about how they'd always be revived. I kind of wish they gave you a hint a little bit earlier, but if you don't go down to get Griswold first, then they are good hints of who he actually is. Taking the easy way out here, Griswold. By which I mean I'm going to make a tower out, and then you can all just kind of teleport to me. Seriously, you can get way more air than you ever should be getting from the Windbreaker if you just spam the button. You might not get anywhere near as far as you would normally, but you don't need to. Malhalla is really small. I could have, but would that have been anywhere near as stylish as what I just did? I feel kind of bad for this poor skeleton, actually. Also, this leads to hilarity because we have a lot of monster friends and only one vehicle. I didn't really address it very much as I was driving, but let's actually get in and take a good look at where everyone goes. That's not the right way to go. They're all just kind of crammed in. I'm pretty sure Zebedee's just on the little step that you use to get in the car. He's just holding on tight and praying he doesn't get sent flying off. This isn't even the most ridiculous it's gonna get. It's gonna get worse and it's gonna be great. Well, maybe they shouldn't dance on the buggy and they wouldn't almost be falling off, huh? I didn't know I would be recruiting so many monsters that I would have to drive. I'm used to everybody coming to me. Yeah, listen to Ari here. If you do lose the buggy in there, it's a nightmare to try to find it again. I'm pretty sure you can just teleport back to it, but it's also a nightmare trying to figure out your way back out. Because it is fully pitch black. Oh, that must have been a glitch then, because I did get the car somewhat into the cave before I realized that was a terrible idea. I'm to think of it, I never tried after that one time, though. And once you step back out, the light comes back in. She's literally right there. I get that you're probably kind of blind from the light adjustment, but Malhalla is not that bright. Also, I find it so weird the monsters just clip into each other sometimes like this. I don't know what's going on here, but it makes me uncomfortable. I think it's because, we've discussed this before, all of the cutscenes are done without any real scripting. Because if you actually watch, they'll always just get in the same, rough same spots, but it doesn't actually put them anywhere specific for fear that you've already built on that spot. There's no real cutscenes. I'm not totally certain why they decided to do it that way, but they did. Also not sure I'm going the right way either. As we've established, Malhalla is confusing. No, this is in fact the right way. You know, because there's destruction spots. There's the arc. Bumpy ride back up. And we're here! I love how it automatically Roth, stop that! I love how it automatically returns to the garage. When you come back. So we've got so many monsters! You just grab this real quick, guys. You don't mind, right? Helen is stuck! Look at poor Helen! I do love that it lets you rescue Griswold, though. Probably, but that's not really our problem to worry about. I seriously love we have a supernatural ability to attract these monsters to our side. Also, you can see already why I think this chapter is more fun. Look at how many monsters we get that actually help us out. None of these fights are gonna drag on as long as they did in Moonbrook. They are pretty sweet sunglasses, aren't they? really love Ari so much. Also, we actually got a solid answer this time. It's kind of where you might expect, but to be fair, we didn't even know Hargon had a castle here, so that's more information than we had before. And that's way more information than we had before, because we actually know where the castle is now. You actually could do that in Furrowfield and Crumbledon, but only if you built the base correctly where they couldn't get at the base. I'm pretty sure I actually did that in Crumbledon. That said, Zebedee did give us our new goals. We need to find a way to make the buggy fly, find a way to breach the barrier, but we know where Malroth is. Ari's right, it has dredged up a bunch more problems by solving one. But we're making progress all the same. Even if we solve one problem to get 3 more, that's still a step forward than we were before. Just gotta keep stepping forward until we get to the end. The main thing I think with Crumbledon is that you had to realize that they couldn't break the iron bricks, and then you had to put up the iron bricks in a way that monsters wouldn't spawn behind the layer of them. I never made the attempt because I assumed they would break the iron bricks like everything else, because I had no reason to believe otherwise. Okay, so we haven't actually done the undercarriage of the Ark. This is just the base of the inside, I guess? I guess to be fair, if the skeletons fall in the pit, they can just come back to life and walk back. Actually, come to think of it, would they disappear when the world did, or would they just spontaneously respawn and immediately die? I have too many questions about how this works. You guys, you missed some blocks there. Fortunately, because they dug down so much, it's actually really difficult to get any of the other blocks out of the way. You gotta be kind of careful you don't dig too deep and fall. So many monsters. So, oh wow, I kind of forgot how awesome this looked. So here's the undercarriage and upper part of the Ark. Actually zoom in, you can see it's fully assimilated the church, that was what I was looking for, the church into the back area. So it looks like they're going to rebuild the trident out of iron bricks. The monsters will absolutely build for you, so you don't have to go under. I just know that there are people who prefer to build the blueprints themselves. So I just figured I'd bring that up, that I did try, and it's a lot more difficult than it seems to actually get the stuff in the undercarriage down. Ooh. just got a present. My grandmother just gave me a gingerbread cookie. I love gingerbread cookies. So, yep, apparently the monsters went and built some stuff themselves. And Grimville actually was extremely helpful. Seriously, actually getting the bits is the worst part, I think. It's not even really that bad, it's just kind of boring. So the monsters will now actually help you out with building certain ingredient. With building certain blocks. They won't build everything, but they will build some. And it's just up to you to take care of the rest, which isn't really bad. First, I want these. Apparently he brought some stuff that I've never had before. Maybe I just never moused over it, because I've definitely had that. Zebedee? What was he doing? It still bothers the heck out of me that they completely remove the book on your back whenever you glamour over your outfit. Not particularly? This is one of the room types that I've never really found much of a use for. Basically, what'll happen is that the monsters will actually do the summoning for you. They'll pick up stuff and they'll put it on the summoning tables, and then they'll take the stuff off the summoning table and put it back in the locker. But they do it so slowly that I don't really find much of a use for that over me doing it by myself. I actually don't think I picked up one of those. It's just one of those things that's... It sounds like it would be really useful, but I find it just way slower in practice. Okay, let me see here. I already put one of those in. One of these. A false idol. Apparently I already did have one. Alright, he said I would need 2 of these. 2 of the scones, though I might have those. No. I must have gotten rid of what I had. This should be all I need. Is there another way I'm supposed to say that? Okay, guys, you're crowding me a little bit here. I'll go ahead and dump the stuff in there for them whenever I leave. I guess it can't hurt to have them help me out while I'm not around, but I really don't find much use for it. I actually don't think they'll fully load up the altars either, which might be another reason why it doesn't really feel that useful. There's a second C in that one? I've legitimately never noticed. I would probably pronounce it sconce in that case. Yeah, I don't think so. If you want to be all Mr. Gloom and Doom, feel free, but I don't think so. Guys? Yeah, you wanna go handle that and maybe get out of my way? I need to be in here. That being said, moving this stuff into the church is actually not a bad idea. There's nothing wrong with where it is. Ready to move. Or there's nothing wrong with where I had them, but this actually puts it in a designated spot, so... The room gets a bit fancier for putting a whole heck ton of evil altars in it. That back. We put all the teeth on. Go ahead and store the rest of this, I guess. I'm actually seeing another quest. I guess we have to finish the arc first before I'll get another one. Let me see what I can make for my friends here. Might as well just make a straight 300 because we'll need more of these later. Please keep your butt off my crafting table. I would appreciate that very kindly, if you do not mind. I always just feel incredibly uncomfortable when I see them all crammed in like that. It's just very unnerving for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put what I have in so they can keep building. I don't want them to run out of materials and stop. Also, yeah, look at what the number for the teeth that I put in. That was like 256. I thought I could tap A to speed up the crafting, but I can't do that. Go ahead and put in 20 of these. We just need 2 of these. Make those individually. Oh, we're gonna need more gold ingots, okay. Thankfully, I am almost certain that the gold ingots come from one of the teeth. It weirds me out, but is also kind of cool in a way that just so much of Malroth's dropped bits can make things. That, as far as I'm aware, should be everything that they should need. I'm going to go get this other ladder up. Ladder? The other locker. Locker up. So the game's actually being fairly nice about lag today. All iron. There's some gold. What is he doing? I don't know, but I feel somewhat uncomfortable. Yeah, I've already got 150 gold ingots now. Okay, seriously, off the crafting table. No monster butts where I make stuff. And I'll hold still while I cut off a few strands of your hair, okay? I feel like if we ever tried that, Malroth would give us the most uncomfortable, confused look. Okay guys, come on. Stop putting stuff where it doesn't belong. I mean it! Knock it off! Go. Finished, so we'll get that. This is the other reason I don't really find the summoning chamber makes the monsters work thing all that useful. Because unless you want to make yourself cry, you're mostly just waiting while they build the art for you. So why wouldn't you take this time to stick the stuff on the summoning tables and doing it all yourself? It is useful for the scales since those process so quickly, I suppose. In fact, do I have any scales on me? I could have sworn. I have a lot. I'll go ahead and put those in and let the monster handle that. Right now, what I really need the most is one of the quests to pop up, because that will help a problem I'm having a lot. It is admittedly not a big problem, but still a problem. I'm expecting a problem though, Grimville. I already did! There's not anything left to make. The only thing I couldn't make were the light boxes because I needed more gold ingots. Then once I got the gold ingots, I just made the light boxes. I'll do another check through to make sure though. Also, that locker is still open because somebody opened it when the cutscene started. I'm pretty sure we've already established that, Noah. This is another one of the best sections in the game. Asking about Malroth, and then of course the builder brings up pumpkins, dancing, flexing, and crumble done. Also, honestly, if you wouldn't believe me when you asked me about it, then why are you asking in the first place? Okay, I totally misread that as mothers. Like, he was cursing them all out. I was gonna go, Grimville, language! Here we go, now we've got a quest. Do I have enough gratitude for that? That's That's very true. I'm mostly teasing. It makes perfect sense why they don't quite believe that. I do not have even close, but these are the quests, so. I think this is the quest that I wanted. Yes, this is the quest I've been waiting for. So one problem Malhalla does well is hunger. In that it does give you very unappealing ways to fill your hunger, but this is specifically what I was waiting for. Because the Gory Grill House lets you cook a really good meal. Not necessarily good in a, how can I put this? Well, I guess technically you didn't necessarily need the Gory Grill House. For some reason I keep thinking that Meaty Marsh Mountain is a crafting station, and it's not, it's a decoration. But as he pointed out here, the Gorgus board restores a lot of your food. It's about as unappealing as everything else in Malhalla, though. I don't know why I keep thinking that is required to make the food when you just need a barbecue, but oh well. I could have been making actual good food a while ago. What's wrong with me? And then Griswold actually has a pretty cute request to me. And again, I just kind of like everything about Griswold and all the monsters here. Oh, we already established Malroth was my husband. This is why I find it adorable. Although to be fair, not only must we really love him, we must also be... We're kind of in a corner because we either eat this stuff or we starve to death, so... I just really hope we're not gonna keel over dead from poisoning when we actually get out of Malhalla. Or even partway through. Can you imagine how anticlimactic that would be? The builder just falls over dead because the food poisoned them. This is why I grabbed all the flowers much earlier on, was to make this an easy... Yeah, I shouldn't skip that so far. To make this very easy. You're already walking past them, so I've never seen why not. How am I talking to you through the floor? Put a couple more of these flowers around. I don't really understand why you need a locker in here to make the conservatory. Anyways, there you go, Griswold. We saved a bunch of the flowers. I'm assuming Bonce means head. Oh yeah, White Bones! He kinda drowned. Then again, skeletons can't drown, so I wonder where he is. Seriously, I really love Griswold. Yeah, probably. That or desperately trying to walk across the bottom of the ocean, which I can't imagine is working very well for him. I mean... I guess he could be dead, and the way the game works, it definitely treats him as being dead, but... I don't know, whenever a ship crashes like that, it's not necessarily the pressure that kills. It's the actual drowning part, which skeletons can't do. I guess it'll be your interpretation whether or not it was that bad. Okay. Another storage bay. I'm gonna need a campfire so that I can make the barbecue. Nalroth? Yeah, actually, believe it or not, I don't. Oh, they might need this. It's actually because of you. I do think of mate in the animalistic terms, but because of you, I also think of it just as a person that you're close to. Or even just a way to refer to a person. So don't always think too deeply about it. Whenever I actually think about it, I do definitely giggle, but that doesn't happen very often. I'm gonna make another... I had these over here. I'm gonna make another barbecue so I can cook 2 at a time. It's weirdly fun watching the monsters fight. I don't entirely know why. I could fit 3 in here. You know what? I'm gonna do that. There's a lot of monsters here. They probably need a lot of barbecues. And grab this. And as appealing as the Gorgas board is, that's what we're mostly going to be eating, because it's the better option for actual food. Not right now, though. You can stop with the earthquakes anytime now, love. Okay. Got the food, let's make the item. Able to... Easy fix, I think. Guys, really? You can't knock out one of the little back lines there to put it in line. I've tried that. They just replace it. It's part of the blueprint. I believe you can do this. And it works. Yes! Rooms are kind of complicated when it comes to one block high walls. So even if something is 2 blocks high, you can stick it on and it counts. I don't really know why, it just kind of does. I'm trying to get the food, Helen. Everyone's shoving to try to get to the kitchen. Okay, everybody come out here. I'm trying to find Griswold. Come here! Griswold! That means you! Thank you! I've never actually realized that being in the middle of cheering for a room will prevent them from running to the bell. to be fair, Grimville, it's build stuff or die. You don't exactly have the most options here. So the reason these are good, they restore 80% of your food. I am, in fact, going to let the monsters cook this for me. The 2 should be enough to get me through, but just in case. It's kind of hilarious in that it's one of the most gruesome, disgusting looking foods, but it fills the most food out of anything you can make with the exception of one other recipe I can think of. There might be more, but I can only think of one that restores more than 80. And it is the hardest recipe to actually get. So yeah, your base level only goes up to 2. I learned something! I can't see! Helen is in the way! Oh, I just learned how to make basically the other Horgon stuff. And also a boat wheel. I would, Noah, but you're talking to me. Also, we got some of whatever these are. Do you really think you can with all the other monsters around here, buddy? I think you're overestimating yourself a tiny bit. Sorry about that. Also, I'm using the new controller I had, the little one where you slot in the Joy-Cons, and it has comfort grips. My other one was just straight plastic. My hands hurt so much less while holding this. I love that they're using that to strong arm everybody else now. Or gremlins? Oh, they're up there. I didn't actually see them. Apparently you are right, and they are called gargoyles, though. So this does prove that Malhalla is in fact a lot shorter than other chapters. At least with your base. Also, I think another reason I really like this is that nobody's treating your builder like an idiot. They're all talking with you like equals, especially with the knowledge that you have, and they're treating you fairly respectfully. Especially after Moonbrook is kind of nice. It's a really weird pun, though. I don't fully understand why it was included. Because Adam has nothing to do with the Ark. It is biblical, but it's not the right biblical. And it especially seems weird because they didn't name everyone after biblical characters. If everybody had a biblical style name or were named after people in the Bible, I'd understand. But that's not the case, so it just kind of stands out as weird. Right, but Zebedee and Helen aren't referencing a very specific biblical name either, that's my point. So I guess since Adam is such a very common name, they might have just not thought about it at all. I guess that's possible. But I find it really hard that if they knew about Noah's Ark, they wouldn't know about Adam and Eve. It's alright, Noah, we're a builder, we can just fix you up, right? Right? That worked last time, I'm sure we'll be able to do it again. I love that I remembered I can fire fireballs with this thing. Wait, what do you mean? Is Helen a biblical name? Zebedee certainly is not, surely. It would actually probably be better if I use this sword rather than the one we're gonna get for a while. The one we're gonna get is way stronger, but you can't attack from range with it. Also, I was so terrified that was gonna hit me, but it was from Zebedee, so it wouldn't have hurt me even if it did. Really? Okay, I actually didn't know that. I only knew Helen of Troy, and I was pretty sure that was not biblical. I never knew Zebedee. That actually makes a lot more sense because they are in a pattern in that case. Dragon Quest likes its patterns, that's why Adam felt so out of... Sorry, Adam felt so out of place. Because it felt like that was just the only one that was biblical, but if Helen and Zebedee are, then no, that makes sense. They're all biblical, just different type of biblical from Noah and the Ark. Apparently Noah got out of that battle just fine. We're gonna need to find more of Malroth's body parts. Yay. To be fair! That happened to me, and I didn't even need magic. I was just like, okay, let's try this building game, and I never looked back. Dawn, the two disciples were... But that's, I know it's just because of how culture has evolved, but that group of names is hilarious to me. You have James, John, Peter, and Andrew, which are all considered very white names, and then you have a Zebedee. So we're gonna go get eyeballs. Um... Yay. So unlike everything else, the way you use the eyeballs is actually very, very particular. You don't put them on the summoning table. So you actually only need the 5 that Aristotle brings up. Where am I going? It's way over there. I just need to go until I hit a little spot to get me in the valley and then just head north. Oh, I did in fact pick up armor. I didn't even notice. It's actually out of the buggy. Yeah, I totally forgot. So I said before that every wave gives you a new piece of equipment. I'm trying to talk here. Don't be so rude. Anyways, every wave gives you a new piece of equipment. In this case, you get the auroral armor, which we won't actually be able to see because I'm glamored. And I didn't realize that this was actually going to be an issue until I was already in Malhalla. I forgot about that. But unlike the sword and shield, the auroral armor doesn't seem to be Erdrick's. Oh yeah, good. Can't actually go into my menu while I'm in the buggy. Let me get out again. Here's what the auroral armor looks like. It might be Erdrick's actually, looking at the symbol there on the little crotch skirt. I'm not actually sure what that is. Here's the auroral armor and a closer look up at the shield, which is the hero's shield. I feel like these were consistently named before they got translated, but I could be wrong. Thank you for giving me that heads up, though. I would have eventually noticed, but probably not as soon as that. Having never played Dragon Quest 1? I feel like it's 1. But having never played that Dragon Quest, I don't actually know if that matches what Erdrick looks like. But I feel like it does because that symbol is all over it. One thing I don't like about the buggy is when you go up and down blocks because it can get really dizzying. Excuse me! Okay, Malroth, you need to calm down, hon. I'm gonna tell Hargon to stop feeding him coffee. We tried that on the Ion, that didn't end well for anybody. It might all be Erdrick's stuff then. Again, I have not played any of the games in that continuity, so I don't know. This is the only game in whatever you call the continuity of the first 3 games that I've played. Hey look, it's a cousin of that dude you and Sabia beat up. No, I don't know your name. Wait, did Helen and Zebedee have titles? I think they did, and I've just completely forgotten what they are. Okay, thank you for that confirmation, Mav. I was always really curious about it. But here's a dam. That was it. What was Helen? No, like, not the title. Like, title, name title. Title is in what position they were in, because he said he was the Inquisitor. Absolutely. Magistrate, that was it. What was Helen? He was the priestess. That was right. That was it. Really hate you can't change tools in water. Well, this is kind of a irritating bit. Just because everything is underwater and trying to get stuff underwater is really annoying. Those little glowing points though, that's where the eyeballs are. Along with these weird kind of fins. I don't think you ever need the fins, but I tend to take them along anyway. Let me back up! What is going on? See what I mean when I say it's kind of a pain. I don't know where the eyeball went, because I thought I grabbed it, but apparently I did not. There it is, it's just stuck in that little groove. Legitimately stuck, in fact. Also, the fins have the weirdest hitbox. You can only hit them when they're at the very lowest point. If you try to hit them anywhere else, it will not work. This is another reason I'm grateful that we only need the 5 that... Oh! Come on. We only need the 5 that we were told, because like I said, these are a pain in the butt to actually get. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Helen was a priestess. I apologize if going into first person is making any of you dizzy, but this is significantly less difficult in first person sometimes. Also, I am fairly certain we're going to have to thoroughly disinfect our bag when we leave Malhalla. And I mean thoroughly disinfect our bag. That one was there, so I figured I might as well grab it. Interestingly, since the blood water is completely opaque, it's actually really creepy when your camera's in the water because you can't see anything outside of it. Gotten up, now I just need to make my way back to wherever in the world a dam is. Is it over here? There it is, I can see the... You can see it's also incredibly easy to get completely turned around. This way. Where? Apparently I completely came out the other side of the blood water. Also, just in case you think I'm just being hyperbolic here and they're just doing red water to be creepy and it's not actually blood, when you pick this up in your upgraded pot, it's called plasma. This is meant to be blood. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where he was because I got completely turned around. I had to glance at the minimap to see exactly where I was. Well, how else did you expect us to pick him up, huh? Also, I know you're a big a big shot in the children of Hargon, Adam, but I don't think you know what heresy actually is. Your whole religion is built around destructing things. If I actually break the eyes with my hammer, that shouldn't be heresy. Yeah, Adam is an archdemon, and fits very awkwardly on the buggy. It might be more accurate to say that he does not, in fact, fit. This trip is the only trip that I tend to generally have an issue with, because it's kinda hard to see with his big, giant archdemon ass in my face. But it's not too terrible. Also, he's apparently comfortable. I don't think I pointed it out before, but the monsters do say stuff as you're driving back to the Ark. So if you actually watched Griswold and Zebedee, they would actually be talking to you on the trip back home. Got stuck. Hopefully the buggy wasn't crushed by him or anything, though it appears to be working pretty well. Builder trademark things, everybody. Well, he did say to confess everything. We were only doing what he told us by confessing everything. I mean, that's a tagline I'd trust in. Also, I think the explode is a running gag because archdemons use the kaboom spell? That's my best guess. It's been a really long time since I've actually fought an archdemon in the proper RPG, though, so I couldn't tell you for sure. Okay, so there's 3 monsters who are generating the barrier. Once again, Mav is our resident Dragon Quest expert, so he can confirm or deny that. Yeah, please don't explode the Ark! You are more than welcome to build every part of it, but please do not explode anything. I would appreciate that greatly. Oh, I said I think Adam's whole thing about explosions is because archdemons use kaboom? Or boom, one of the lines in that spell? One of the spells in that line? I thought that was the case. Commencing eternal ramble mode! No, Noah, do that when we're actually flying away on the Ark, not when we have to build stuff. Did they actually finish it while I was away? Uh-oh. I saw that smoke. Oh dear. We might be speeding up this awakening by doing all of this, but I don't really see much of an alternative. I will double check, Helen, but I'm fairly certain I already have. Not his fault! Honestly, I think it was either Oreo or Pie, I don't remember. Whoever asked if that was supposed to be Hargon's head, I think they're correct. I always thought it was a bat. Not a Draki specifically, but a different type of bat. Oreo, that was it. I would have thought this problem might have come up before now. Also, a dam is too big for the entirety of the arc, and I kind of love it. In a world between worlds? Isn't that what Malhalla itself is supposed to be? Well, we know where we can find a captain, at least. As already said, beggars can't be choosers. Apparently it's not actually in Malhalla, it's literally something else. That's confusing. Just to clarify here, this is never explained why this has to specifically be a world between worlds. Nothing about that is ever given any more clarity than what we just got there from Madame. I'm not actually sure why this was even necessary. Because for all intents and purposes, it's just Malhalla. There's nothing special about it. Wouldn't even need that to justify the fact that there's a lightless void. This is Dragon Quest. Just say there's a lightless void. Nobody's gonna question you. Alright, so we're going to set up the garage first. Let's take a look, see what we can do here. Looks fairly simple enough. A little odd with the air vents, but simple enough, I suppose. Also, the blueprint kind of clips through the corners. I just noticed that. Because the corners are technically a little higher than the other blocks. It covers the blueprint area. Okay. How are they actually doing on the arc? They're mostly done with it. Actually, only needs to be a couple of blocks put back in place. I'm gonna go ahead and wait a second, I think, for them to put everything down. Yeah, they only put one thing at a time on the summoning altars. Oh, was the helm actually in? Wait, where are they suddenly missing? Okay. Okay, no, this must just be from the new blueprint that I have. I actually thought the helm didn't come until later, so I appreciate you asking me about that. Might only be showing the stuff on the new blueprint. Which I didn't know it actually did that. So I, in fact, do not have to wait for them at all. Oh, there we go! They finished it anyway while I was building my own stuff for the garage. Alright, let's see here. Start with 4 light boxes are on the front 4 squares. Right here. Why that needs to be light boxes, I'm not certain. It's not where that goes. They weren't kidding when they called this thing enormous. I could fit in one of these things. Next is the bent pipes. There. And for some reason, there's air vents here. Back. Basically just connect the pipes to the buggy. Oh, those were joint pipes. Okay. I thought it would just connect like a bunch of the other blocks. Apparently I created that for the actual arc, so there must be some in a chest somewhere that I need. Somewhere being the operative word, but there they are. Go ahead and give these to them because they might need them. These. I don't need those. That's upgraded garage. I kind of appreciate the fact they don't look like eyes. They just kind of look like eggs to me. So why don't we know magic spells? Because that was clearly some magic shenanigans we were doing right there. Why can't we learn Kabuff and heal ourselves? And now the buggy has headlights and a bit more color. I'm really not a fan of this thing's design. It's not horrible, but just the front of it looks like a face, and I've never really liked vehicles with faces on them. That's a good point. It really could. I don't know if I would have finished this game if it was a spider, though, if you want me to be totally frank. You almost stepped on me, buddy. I'm pretty sure you did step on Grimville, but he seems okay. I do think if I had to I was gonna ping this chapter for something, it would be the fact that we're constantly going back and forth between that one valley area and here. And it's not so much as the valley area is far away or anything, just it's so twisty and windy to get anywhere. It's a prolonged drive. They really should have let you open up a shortcut the first time you came in here. But even though I'm not usually a fan of the big desolate wastes type of design area, this isn't really all that bad. It does a pretty good job of making you feel what it's supposed to. Okay. To be fair, our recruiting has gone well for literally every other monster, so there's a lot of ghosts in here. Let's meet this unique captain. That's a crashed Argon boat. That's floating crates. You look familiar. It's Captain Whitebones! He ended up here. Somehow. Yeah, we never find out how. Also, Malroth is really not happy at us right now. They say a captain should go down with his ship, but they don't say anything about doing it twice. So Malroth actually makes an attempt to fight you here, which I find kind of curious. Thank you. First thing I'm gonna do is get this the heck out of the way of Malhalla. He can't actually damage the buggy, but it gets in the way all the same. Unfortunately, there's not really a whole lot you can do because you can't juggle the balls back at Malhalla. But I've always been really curious why this provoked him. Is he just sensing that we've actually got a way to get off with the arc now? Also, yes, you can fully circumvent that wave by just walking around to the side of the hand. I've never tried this, I'm curious. What the hell if I did that when there wasn't something in the way? You can hit it with a fire sword! You could probably, like, one-cycle this thing if you actually kept hitting it with the fire sword like that. I didn't realize you could take damage from the fire sword! I thought you were too low down! This is probably like my 4th or 5th time playing through this game, and I'm still learning new things. I really love Griswold, but Whitebones is the best skeleton. Considering everything is but thou must in this game, I doubt anything happens if you say no, but that also means there's not much point to actually doing it. You're staring at the Hargon banner, apparently. Alright, we will in fact go grab it ourselves then. Hit the standard, not thank you. I wonder what we could want with this. Yeah, I'm still not overly fond of the design choice for the characters. It's not like it's bad, I just really don't like being so small. If the monsters were scaled to you, it probably wouldn't be such a bad thing, but it just feels wrong somehow. There is a secret. Yes, yes. Thank you for that reminder. Let me actually go grab that right now. I always forget the secret. It's probably the best place to actually put a secret because I never think that's the type of place there would be a secret. But to be fair, I also never think that there would be a secret in Malhalla at all since it's a one-visit thing. The sword isn't permanently missable. It's a sword. Sorry, spoiler. It isn't permanently missable if you don't get it here, but it's really hard to get otherwise. That's right here. Thunderbolt Blade. Fire Blade is 74 attack, and you can cast Fizzle, I think it's called, if you use it. The Thunderbolt Blade is 96 attack, but you can't actually cast a spell with it. If you're gonna fight, you're gonna have to get up close. But I will go ahead and use it for a little bit. Yeah, it's a super rare drop from one of the Explorer Shores bosses. So you can get it if you don't get it here, but it's a lot more of a pain in the ass to actually get it. So I really appreciate you reminding me that that was there. Especially because I really like the look of the blade, so I'm always sad when I remember it exists and remember that I didn't get it in Malhalla. It's just like, aww. Okay, you wanna... Alright, game? There it goes. Anyways, as far as I'm aware, you can get the sword at any point before the arc takes off. So if you remember it right before the arc takes off, you can still take the buggy and go get it. You just have to be able to get into that area. You might be able to get it if you actually walk through there. I've never tried because I can't navigate in pitch darkness even with a small mini-map. But if you can navigate through that, you might be able to go get it immediately. Oh my god, you're right. That is where they were. Now I wonder if it's actually there, like if you hack the game to get into the cell, if you can actually pick up the Thunderblade or not. Apparently we told him everything as well. Yeah, so he was just there because reasons, and there was a world between worlds because reasons. There is legitimately no reason that couldn't have been part of Malhalla. I wouldn't call it bad writing or anything, it's just kinda unnecessarily there. So that's why they think he's a weirdo, because he was trying to fix the ship. Yeah. It's just so odd that they made that distinction for legitimately no reason at all. There was nothing about it that needed that explanation. Since we don't even get an explanation about it in the first place. We don't know why White Bones or the ship ended up there, and literally none of the other monsters that were on the ship did. That just was how it was. That being said, I would take that odd level of writing over the actual, like, piss-poor lazy writing any day. Builder's Giggle is still so cute. question. I wonder if it's possible to be, like, half monster in the Dragon Quest world. Because a lot of the monsters are very humanoid. Could they actually have a kid with humans? Also, everybody's trying to greet Whitebones, but he walked away. I'm pretty sure your supervising was a really big help, Grimville. Hey, Burger! How are you today? That looks like a slot for 2 more of these eyeballs that are soaking into my pants pocket right now. Well, that's really good to hear. Being sick sucks. I've been sick like half the month. Thankfully it's all benign, but it still sucks. Oh, Nightbot's just... That is my bad, Burger. Sorry. Nightbot's a little touchy about the emotes, and I've been meaning to fix it. And I forgot. You didn't do anything wrong, don't worry about it. I've really got to fix that after this stream. These things look like frog eggs or snake eggs or something. They don't actually look like eyeballs. Again, not complaining, but it's a weird design decision when they've literally made rivers of blood everywhere. Hello, frame rate. Hello, engine jets. Hello, little piece of mountain that is still wedged into the arc undercarriage there. You're still holding this eyeball. %. I wonder what... Yeah, what's the 1% we're missing? Seriously, I could fit into this thing. I really don't want to think about sucking one of Malroth's eyeballs there, Pie. The standard is the 1% missing? Gross. Yeah, this is... You don't... It doesn't really matter where you hang it. It just has to be somewhere in the arc. It doesn't care where in the arc it actually is. So since that wall is right there in precisely the exact right size with the iron bricks, I just figure why not? Also, it kind of looks like those 3 monsters are looking at it. to be fair, that's a Grimville problem, not ours. Cocoa Bonds. It does sound like a candy brand. Also, I didn't say it at the time, but I kind of like the fake out it gives. Like, where it seems like Malroth is gonna ask you to kill him, but he just wants you to hit him in the face. Oh no? What is it? Chocolate, huh? Are they good? Well, there's another earthquake. Maybe that was the arc shaking. I actually can't quite tell. I might have to look into them if they're good then. Kinder thing? Like the Kinder eggs where they put a little fries in the middle? I do like hazelnuts. I definitely have to look into that. Also, the arc is still really cool looking. I actually really like this part where the builder is basically saying, like, creation and destruction are two sides of a coin rather than opposing forces. It's really made me want to make a banner that has a bat without Hargon's face and a hammer both together on the same banner. Represent... well, I'm not really sure what it would represent, but I guess you could say it would represent a group of people who both believe in creation and destruction as twins or lovers. That size chocolates with face. Damn it, Pie! Now I want one! Why did you have to tell me? Now I want some of them. Your sister sounds like a really cool girl, Burger. Has that been a while? You doing alright? This is probably the last wave because we don't have the sword yet. Oh, I see. I'm real sorry to hear that. I have no idea if that sounded sarcastic. It kind of sounded sarcastic to my ears, so let me confirm it was not. I am really sorry to hear that you haven't been able to see your sister. That sucks. Well, I hope you do. I hope you get to go back to Germany for the summer. Then again, I hope everything is better by the summertime than it is now. Alright. So this is in fact the last wave of monsters. Then we get to upgrade the buggy, and then we get to go find Malroth and punch him right in the dick. I do get to show off the lightning blade. Like I said, no spells. It's just pretty much raw damage. So, that's not really gonna do for this. This is unfortunately the last time we're gonna be able to cheat this out with the fire sword, so might as well give it a really good send-off. We are trying to escape Malhalla, which is about to crumble literally around us. Have you not actually played this game before? I'm just trying to figure out how much I need to actually explain. Oh, don't worry, we have other plans for living. Oh, hello. This is actually completely different from 1. This is way, 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 way better than Dragon Quest Builders 1 was. But long story short, when we started the game, we met an elven young man named Malroth, who we later found out was sort of an incarnation slash reincarnation of the God of Destruction Malroth from Dragon Quest II. He was fighting the Destruction Urge, but Hargon showed up, Thad touched him a little bit, and then kidnapped him away to where we are right now, which is called Malhalla. So we've been trying to figure out where he is, but also, when he wakes up, Malhalla and the entire world we've been in will be destroyed. So we've been creating the arc to give the monsters a way to escape Malhalla and escape that destruction. Oh, no, 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 no. You get away from me. Yeah, basically we're making the arc so that the monsters don't die when Malhalla collapses, because with the arc they can actually fly away out of Malhalla, but we've been trying to figure out where Malroth himself actually is so that we can help him. Because like I said, all we know is that Hargon basically whisked him off somewhere. We know where he is now, he's in Hargon's castle, but that's in the sky, protected by a barrier. So we kind of need to deal with that. I would say if you like building games, definitely pick up Builders 2. Like I said, it's way better than 1, and it actually has a whole ton of Dragon Quest II references. You can even get the outfits for all 3 of the main characters for your character to wear, and every single outfit can be worn by every single gender. It might be different, like there's a dress that's a suit on guys, but most of the items are actually the same thing on both guys and girls, which is actually really nice. Yeah, this game is one of the funniest games I've ever played. One little warning though, if you are going to do this, the game does have multiplayer, but you unlock certain objects, whether that be furniture or bricks or whatever, by playing the main story, of which Malhalla is actually the last chapter of the main story. So if you don't mind playing it solo, and I definitely say you it's worth it because it's a ton of fun even solo, pick it up for sure. What I mean is you only unlock multiplayer after you finish chapter 1, and you only unlock all of the objects after you finish Malhalla. Because a lot of the objects are locked behind the story. But it's a pretty good story, with the exception of chapter 3. Chapter 3 / Moonbrook is just terrible in every single aspect. That's just kind of a grit your teeth and get through it section. Yeah, you can absolutely play the single player. You don't have to play it multiplayer. There's nothing that you get in multiplayer that you wouldn't get in single player. I was just pointing it out just in case, because there actually have been a lot of people who have bought it for the multiplayer and didn't realize the game worked that way. which I think is a failure on the marketing for not making that clear. Thank you for that reminder, I was going to forget again. So yeah, the Sword of Kings, which I believe it's actually called Erdrick's Sword in this game, is the last drop for the equipment. It is, I believe, the best sword in the game. I'm not 100% sure on that. Also, our friend Noah is sacrificing himself so that we can upgrade the buggy. What? Our robot friend is gonna die. I don't know why it doesn't just pop it in your inventory like it does with everything else that your allies kill. Yeah, this... No, it is the Sword of Kings. Pardon me. Erdrick's Sword is something else, I think. $96. This is 86, but the Spinning Strike does a heck of a lot more damage. So this is good for just stabbing, but if you're going to be doing Spinning Strike, the Sword of Kings is your best option. Well, I mean, I haven't landed the final blow on any of the things with the armor or the shield or anything. I definitely didn't with the Archdemon, but it still fell on the floor. Got something from Noah. Better be, because the only other thing we got were iron ingots, and those aren't gonna upgrade the buggy. Got a heart! Technospological? I've only heard of that game. I've never actually played it. Now, to be fair, I haven't played a really large number of the Dragon Quest games, mostly because I don't really like RPGs without quality of life mechanics. There's some games I can play without quality of life mechanics, but I think RPGs are one of those that really suffer the most from not having it. And I found really old ones just really aren't fun to play without some of them. Also, as Maverick said, you want to pick up the sword before you actually smash Noah, because I'm pretty sure picking up Noah's heart is the trigger for the point of no return. Once you do that, you are locked into the end game of the chapter, and you can no longer explore. Or pick up anything you missed. I'll take a look at it. Really? I thought it completely destroyed the ground for Malhalla. Joker for Terry's 3D. I will definitely have to take a look at those. So this is the final of the Buggy. I mentioned when we first made it that you would be able to make it on the Isle of Awakening. If you do, and you put the blueprint down, it will always go into this form. You don't have to putz around with any of the earlier forms. My assumption is it's a bit of gameplay segregation because you can't actually take the buggy with you anywhere you go. So I think it just lets you make multiples of the buggy, and it just assumes, like, in-game, in the game's universe, you just took the buggy with you wherever you went. Yeah, I agree. I like the purple better than the white, but I just don't really like the design of this thing. If there's translation patches, I'll take a look at them. I don't play, like, fully Japanese games, though, because I can't read Japanese and I can't stumble through mechanics without knowing what they're saying. Yeah, it's pretty terrible, unfortunately. It extra sucks because this is the only vehicle that you actually get in the entire game. Any other transportation in the game is by riding on monsters. I actually prefer riding on monsters to the buggy, but the buggy is the only thing that lets you fly so easily. I think you can actually have multiple people ride in it on multiplayer, but I don't recall. I haven't played any of the Dragon Quest spin-off games. The very first Dragon Quest game I played was, I believe it was 7? It was the Cursed King one. I don't remember the full subtitle, but where you had the king look like Yoda, and then the princess was a horse. That was the first game I played. 8, the Roman numerals are kind of hard to read with the text this small. Yes, thank you. Journey of the Cursed King. I didn't get very far into it, though, because that was a point where I did not have the patience for the bullshit JRPGs pull when it comes to grinding. And Dragon Quest is actually worse. For as much as I love the series, I would never suggest somebody new to JRPGs play it first, because it is really unforgiving when it comes to your party members dying. The Zing spell fails half the time and you get it fairly late. Compared to that, Yggdrasil leaves are basically non-existent. So if somebody dies, you're pretty much just kind of fucked. But I didn't have the patience for dealing with that when I first got 8. So I got far enough to pick up... Oh, what's his name? I think it was Angelo, the Templar? I picked him up, and sometime after that part in the plot, I stopped playing it. Well, I never played that either. I don't think I actually ever picked up another Dragon Quest seriously after that. I'm pretty sure I kind of dabbled in them over the years. But I never seriously picked up and played another Dragon Quest until 9. Which was, I think it was 9. It was Sentinels of the Starry Sky. Sentinels of the Starry Sky was the first Dragon Quest game that I played in real depth. And the only reason I did was because that was a point where I had played more JRPGs, and so I had gotten more used to the grinding that was expected of me. So I was able to sit down and play it. It's okay, Ari. I love you. You are a good slime. Yeah, and then yeah, as Pi said, I couldn't try 10 because 10 was Japanese only. And I really, really wanted to play that, but I mean, you can't. You can't play it in English. When 11 first came out, I did not get it. It wasn't until 11S released on the Switch that I believe it was Pi actually that bought it for me. And then I so fell in love with that game, I've literally forged every single item in the game. I'm not kidding, I have forged every single solitary item because I love that game so much. The first ever game I played, that was actually Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. Because my father would play it for me. In fact, play it with me, rather. In fact, he was the one who gave me the NES in that game. I was always a platforming girl, which is why I didn't get into JRPGs until way later in my life. Like, I was the one who played Spyro the Dragon, Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot. Those were my childhood. I guess it didn't destroy everything in Malhalla. There's still some stuff down there. I can't get... Oh, there we go. It just destroyed a lot. Dragon Quest XI on the 3DS was folded into Dragon Quest XI-S, so S is better than any of the versions of the game. Hang on a second, the buggy is talking to us. No, it isn't our buggy! He's okay! Okay, so we've got to kill 3 of the Shadow Fiends. Be able to access the castle. Should be easy enough. Oh, Noah, no! Oh, it's called the Millennium... Oh, the Millennium Buggy. I'm still just calling it the Buggy, I don't care, that's a dumb name. So, press X to actually take to the air, you can press B to descend. If you hit ground while you're descending, you will land. I've actually never played D&D. There's also a way to strafe, I don't remember how to do it. Welcome to how I felt about so many of the Dragon Quest puns. I get that, and I hate it. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, I guess I just assumed because they make the whole thing with the Ark that it's supposed to be all destroyed. I did play Planescape Torment twice. And I soft-locked in both cases and just kind of threw up my hands and gave up playing it. Yeah, D&D is one of those things I've wanted to actually try, but I've never gotten the chance to. I don't think I ever played a Bethesda game, period, until Oblivion? Oh, that's a familiar voice as well. And that's a familiar figure, though he's very tiny right now. It's the Hoary Hermit! I think I actually said his name right this time. So I just realized the monsters were having like a very emotional talk to us. We were just talking about games. Other games. Son of a... Park the car. Come on, parallel parking. We covered this in... Actually, we live in a European fantasy world. I don't think we've ever driven a car. Yeah, I tried Morrowind, but I have an incredibly terrible sense of direction, and the fact that it would never show anything on the map just made it unplayable for me. Apparently he got better somehow. Maybe he's like a cat. He just has 9 souls and he's put them all everywhere. So, even though he said he appeared in Middenhall, it's not actually clear if he's an illusion or not. He's just said he was an illusion in the same breath, so I still don't know what this guy's supposed to be. I am still so salty you can't make an actual Builder's Bell for the island. Would it really have been that hard just to make a non-functional version of it? Instead you have to go with really ugly, like, Frankenstein together ones. So part of the reason that they gave us the bunch of food that they did is because there's no medicinal herbs in this entire chapter. So the food is going to be our only way to actually heal. Also, as he pointed out, that they're going to be illusions, so we need to be mindful of that. Why do I keep calling you Hori? What even is a Hori? Whatever. So follow the blue flames to find Malroth. Here's Hargon's throne room. And funny thing you can do... I guess it doesn't work for this one. There's a throne that when you sit on it, it'll actually turn you into Hargon. Taking your throne out of spite. It's mine now. Apparently Hargon is talking to us now. Also, these little globules will drag you in if you're not careful, so you better be sprinting the whole way through when you pass one. Which can be kind of hard because Hargon literally stops you right next to one. Also, the blue flames are not always clear where they are, but just kind of look around until you find them. They're not too difficult to find your path. Apparently Malroth did in fact shed all over the castle. There's one of those illusions. Walk past it and it vanishes. I don't know why he says overcomes, because it legitimately is just an illusion we walk past. We apparently turned back to look, which implies he's beneath us somewhere. Oh, his tomb is just Moonbrook. I'm just gonna send him to Moonbrook to live for the rest of his life. That's his punishment. That's that one. Also, the weird thing is, these are all the Moonbrook bosses, not the bosses all over. Yeah, we keep turning around to the weirdest spots to try to look at him. Is the stream lagging? It says it's fine on my end. Okay, that's probably your end then, Burger. I'm sorry. I'm gonna walk through blood. We are scouring our everything when we get back to the Isle of Awakening. Also, this is literally a tunnel made of Malroth's body parts! Malroth, buddy, how did your shedding actually work? This does not seem like it should be working this way. Oh, ow. Jerk. It'll only be 3 different bathhouses, but we're burning them all to the ground once I'm done cleaning. This is familiar looking. That's where Malroth was when he first came here. Tucked away by the tide. Hello! Somebody's over there. I think it's the somebody we've been looking for. Hey, jackass, where's our friend? Also, I cannot think of Hargon as wearing anything but an oversized baby bib now. God dang it. If that is supposed to be Hargon's head, it's not very accurate looking at it again. You know what? Sure. You're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. Also, Lowly Station, I've literally built up every single city in this entire world. Looks like somebody, it looks like a Golbat someone cut the legs off of, yeah. You know, for calling him the master, you sure seem to be calling a lot of the shots here, Hargon. If you say no, the game will actually give you a second to back away if you need to do something like rearrange your inventory, but there's no game over in this game. If I die, it'll just put me back outside, and then I'll walk back in here and start the fight again. I know this because I actually did die the first time I played this. I probably should have saved all the same, because it's been 2.5 hours since I last saved. But it should be fine. was just really, really careless. I was really tired by the time I got to this point, but I didn't want to stop playing. So I was basically just super careless in the fight. So here is the Malhalla that if you might remember if you've ever played Dragon Quest II. Also, you might notice he's talking a little oddly for the God of Destruction. About how it was still fun and he would never actually forget those memories, even though those were the very memories Hargon was trying to purge from him. I'm pretty sure I did the same thing, actually, for the exact same reason. Well, not the exact same reason, I was just unprepared. So, Malhalla. Malhalla is just a straight one-on-one fight. And it's kind of dull because of it, if you want me to be totally and completely honest. Especially because the camera keeps doing this! You might notice you can't really do a whole lot to him. Like, look at my stabs and look at how much that's actually detracting from his health. This is going to be a very long, very drawn-out boss fight. I'm not really sure how they could have fixed it, personally. Because we went over this in Moonbrook a lot, but combat is the worst aspect of this game. You literally can only do a spinning slash, which doesn't even work sometimes because it won't charge up. I found that's actually because if you don't wait until you're holding it like this to start moving, it'll just cancel your charge. But that's all you can do, or spam stab. Those are actually the only combat capabilities you have. I'm gonna get hit by this. I wouldn't really know how you would do this with the way the game is actually set up. Honestly, I don't think there was any way to do this fight but this way. It's really just very boring. Especially because Malhalla doesn't even do all that much damage to you. You can just sit there and tank the hits. Yeah. Really, what should have happened is that you should have had a builder be a spellcaster with, like, buff, maybe fizzle itself, heal, and then you get into, like, a magic duel with Malhalla. That would have been interesting. Also, this is why we can actually stand any chance against Malhalla and why his attacks are so weak. Because the Malhalla we know is fighting against hurting us. Which is kind of interesting because you can still tell he's treating us very casually. Also, the 175, but we're doing 30 with every slash, so the spinning slash is also slower most of the time as well. Yeah, the Malhalla we know is fighting against the God of Destruction to try and prevent him from hurting us. While at the same time, the God of Destruction still thinks of us familiarly because of the memories that he has. Also, Hargon is laughing like a little nerd over there. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with nerds or nerdy people or even nerdy sounding things, but it's so unfitting! Yeah, look, I just took 3 of Malhalla's attacks right on the nose, and look how much damage it's actually done. Get out of that. Explosion. I think it might have been easier if the camera wouldn't constantly zoom in so that I wasn't directly looking at Malhalla's crotch. So I'm repeatedly stabbing him in the crotch as well. Well, not necessarily the crotch, it's kind of more like the foot and the snake face, I guess. The difference is, Burger, you're actually cool. Oregon isn't. It's a little hard to see, but if you look real carefully, one of his arms on each side is holding onto the ones on the other side, but he can't fight. Also, he literally said as much, Hargon. That something in him was fighting back. Or Malroth is talking to us. We're not giving up that easily. We're gonna take him down, but you're not getting away from us. Just this, Malroth. So since the spinning slash does take so much time to charge up, that is the other reason why the rapid stabs are just more effective. Also, one thing that's actually really hard to see there, and I didn't notice it the first time, you do not actually fully deplete Malroth's health bar. It stops when he has just a sliver of health left. Also, screw you, Hargon, you suck. And that's probably why, to give a hint that the Malroth you know is not quite dead yet. To be fair, he's too big for me to reach anything else. Come on, Malroth, we know you're in there. Don't give up this easily. Come on. I'm not leaving without you, Malroth. And you know I can be stubborn. You better not be giving up. Come on, get back up. You're not gone yet. There you go. Come on, Malroth. Have control of him again. Did he have a hot bar last time? I don't think he did. We killed the God of Destruction by stabbing him in the toe. And we are now in control of the Malroth we know. The reincarnation. We've been calling out to him, and he's been calling out to us, and he's finally found the way to actually get back to where we are. Assuming the game lets me examine it. There we go. Touch the light. Back out of the internal mindscape, soulscape, whatever. We're still standing and waiting. So this is Malroth's one way back. How are we gonna get him out of the God of Destruction? Same way we've always done things with him. High five! And he's alive and he's back! He seems tired as all heck, though. So, shouldn't that fog be dispersing? I'm sure it's not important. Yeah, Hargon's basically just sat there. He hasn't done crap. I've really got to figure out why in the world Nightbot is being so insanely sensitive. Why? You haven't done anything. The most you've done is just flash us and steal our boyfriend. That's probably not good. That definitely does not look good. It's actually a shame you went to make food when you did, Burger, because this would actually be the perfect time to get food. So, God of Destruction Malroth, which is right here, has timed text. And this is actually a problem that we had with Hargon's voice earlier in the game. I have no control over this text. It will progress when it wants to progress. I literally cannot make it progress any faster, so we're gonna be sitting here for a while. Because for some reason, every single one of these has the longest waiting times before it'll progress to the next one. I don't know why. I don't know why they did it this way. But they did, and we have to put up with it. Also, this Malroth looks a lot bigger than the one we fought. This could be a problem. I mean, we kind of had to do that anyway, Malroth, to get you out. Yay, dancing robots! We generally call this go get a sandwich time. Because this takes so long. The only thing I can say about the snake is that at least it got more detailed than Zork did, so you know precisely where the snake is supposed to be. But to be fair, that was probably intended on Zork. I don't know what Malroth was supposed to have done there. It looks like he just kinda knocked us back a few feet rather than actually destroyed anything except maybe those pillars. Also, the scrolling is worse by the fact that there's no music or sound whatever. It's supposed to be tense, I get it, but it just seems really empty. And you can't progress the text willingly at all. Also, I just noticed all of the letters have spaces between them, and it's double space between each word. With Hargon, there was no excuse, but is the reason Malroth take forever because he literally talks that slow? Your appetite destruction. Looks like a sloth in Zootopia. Oh no! I can't help you, I don't know how to send water through the internet. Hey, a protector! You came right at the end, actually. Does it? I usually just drink water and I'm alright. Also, speaking of the Scions, I feel like they were seething with jealousy, considering we basically defeated the God of Destruction by just ineffectually flailing at his foot for a few minutes. It might be a person on person, person by person basis. Because drinking water after having spicy things has always helped me just fine. Yeah, I've never had that happen. Oh yeah, Malroth's actually never seen where we are. He was stuck inside that weird little mental planescape for all this time. I can't move the camera. Scene. And we are in control of Malroth again. He actually has nothing the builder has. I can't sprint or anything while controlling Malroth, which seems kind of weird to me. Also, this weirdly peaceful music is even weirder. Am I the only one who thinks that kind of looks like a panty shot? I might have chosen the completely wrong armor for this chapter. Not make Malroth grow up and learn what panties actually are. Also, you can't actually see it because I'm wearing the sunglasses, but when the builder wakes up, their eyes actually kind of flutter open. They're closed right now. Malroth, we're bleeding out on the ground. I'm pretty sure it's not actually an act. Yeah, that's where your eyes actually open. I didn't think about this when I put on the swag sunglasses. Huh? Yeah, we're probably definitely gonna die. Malroth has not successfully built a single solitary thing in the entire time we've had him. Admittedly, we did sort of rip the God of Destruction out of his soul. Or possibly the other way around. I'm not really certain. Oh, Malroth does not actually have first person. Interesting. Well, either way, that he and the God of Destruction are kind of separate, so let's see if this will work. Though why Hargon kept a lush place here with medicinal herbs in it, I'm not totally certain about. It seems kind of like a weird thing to put into your giant death castle here, Hargon. There's a table. Yeah, there's a table right there, Malroth. To be fair, I think this is just supposed to be like a regular old table, rather than an actual crafting station.
Yep. Yep.
The only answer to that I'm aware of is destroy all of humanity. Also, pay attention to what the little pop-up text says each time I do this. Initially it just said build, this time it says just build it. Why are you using a sledgehammer on a medicinal herb, Malroth? No wonder this isn't working. Also, seriously, why is there such, like, peaceful music here? I say as the music immediately cuts out. Seriously, you don't use a sledgehammer on a medicinal herb. Where did you even get the sledgehammer, Malroth?
Yep. Yep. See. Yep.
I cannot say I have ever seen that. But not with a sledgehammer! I don't know if Nightbot will actually let you paste a link. I think that's another setting I forgot to turn off. Honestly, I think I'm happy you're not seeing that. Also, I like to interpret this as Malroth letting go of his tension over the building, which allowed him to actually focus and stop messing up. This building is fun, and it's supposed to be fun, but I always saw it as he was just overthinking everything, and he kept messing up because of it. Which I don't blame the poor thing, we're kind of dying over there. But it worked! Yeah, basically. And now Malroth made the herb, so he can help us stop the dying thing. Of course, since he can't sprint, he's not gonna actually hurry his butt up. Also, I'm pretty sure if you pick up anything else with Malroth, it's just gonna get erased when you take back control of the builder. I've never tried, but I'm pretty sure. Trying to dodge the upskirt shot again. Yeah, one of the mods will get you. Really? And we're not dead! Yay! We're mad at him. That's what we are. Well, if you put it like that, I suppose I didn't tell you I never wanted to see you again, and then got myself kidnapped by an ultimate ancient evil. God, hearing Malroth laugh is the most reassuring thing. I miss that. I missed you so much, Malroth. It's okay, sweetie, we know. The script was stupid, that's not your fault. Oh dear, that could be a problem. And in fact, there's something going on over there that looks like it definitely is a problem.
Huh.
No, only I can control Nightbot. Like I said, I have to actually meddle with it once we're off stream. And we've had the club we've been holding for this whole time. What's adorable? It thinks any link is an advertisement. That's why I said I have to fiddle with it. I had that setting on because I got a lot of link spam for actual, like, scams and stuff. But now that they've all gone to a pretty basic text-based one, I can turn that back off. Time to get back in the buggy and punch Hargon right in his stupid face. Oh, Roth, don't stand on the seat. That's rude. Okay, I'm a little unsure about letting Malroth drive the car. Maybe we can take him to the Explorer's Shore where he won't crash into anything. Well, anything important. That glowing spot's where we need to go. I didn't actually clean out my inventory before we did this, but you know what? Oh well. This is a tear to, I guess, the Isle of Awakening? I'm not totally sure. Well, I don't know why there's spatters of blood everywhere. Ooh, now this is some tunes. What? I know it's Pig Latin, but I can't read it. I feel like I could go help put away groceries in the time he would stop talking. Aw, that's nice, Burger. Thank you. So this is the actual final boss. Fighting the combined Malroth was not. This is it, and it's every bit as awesome as it should be. Ah, autocorrect. The bane of existence for many, many things. So we auto-strafe now. This is the only time we will ever auto-strafe. And you want to try to dodge the shots as best you can. It is a lot easier said than done. Especially because, as you can see, the actual hitboxes of the fire is a little wonky. And you actually want to walk into the stones because, as shown there, Malroth will bash them right back at his alter ego. Well, I was trying to dodge up and down, but it wasn't quite working. Oh. And now we do 0 damage. Now it's actually a matter of just getting hit. In each of these phases where you get pulled in and your weapon stops working, you just stand still and get hit hard enough, and then it'll progress like it shows here. Well, I don't get to attack Hargon, but, oh, smacks him right in the leg. So I don't actually think you can lose this fight. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but every time I've gotten into low health like this, a cutscene has started, so I don't think you can lose this fight. It might be a little bit odd, but this isn't really a game where losing is the thing that happens. So it's not really that big of a deal. Also, that's the other thing. During these phases, before you have the thing you're supposed to have, dodging is basically impossible. You don't move fast enough for it. So basically, he's being a spiteful little twit, apparently. think I'd look better if I was actually in the rural armor, but what can you do? But now you mentioned the armor, I'm just sitting here thinking, I feel like I should be riding a Pegasus dressed like this. Also, one thing that kind of bothers me is that nobody brings up the core fact that they could use to argue that creation needs destruction. Which is you have to destroy something to get materials in order to create in the first place. Nobody has mentioned that at all. A bib is a dress and bat ear. I still don't know if those are his actual ears or it's part of that goofy helmet he's got. Also, it sure is nice of the Destruction Malroth to just kind of sit there in the back while we're talking. Well, I mean, like, specifically bringing up that point. It's the most core thing of creation, and it just kind of shocks me that nobody's actually pointed it out. So yeah, look how slowly we move compared to these things. There is no dodging. You do basically have infinite space around Malroth, though. I don't think you can do it with a buggy as it is right now, because I tried and I didn't seem to do anything. But I might have just missed. That's entirely possible. It's actually kind of hard for me to see if I've hit with it because the buggy shots are pure blue and there's a lot of bright purple around Malroth, so they kind of blend together. And now I'm just remembering that poor, poor soul who played a Fire Emblem game while he was red-green colorblind. That's not Nightbot, because Nightbot hasn't said anything about blocking it, so that's something with Twitch. Oh, like, you're one to talk, Hargon. Also, I just realized, even though the buggy is vibrating, neither me nor Malroth are. We look like we're kinda glued in place. And I can't unsee that now. Malroth is adorable. He's actually one of my favorite Dragon Quest characters, and I am so sad that because of his situation, he's never going to be in any game but this. Like, I would absolutely kill if the next Dragon Quest Warriors had Malroth, this Malroth is playable. Or if they do another game with a bunch of various Dragon Quest characters, this Malroth showed up, but I don't see that happening. They don't really seem to like their spin-offs very much. Also, you gotta give Malroth credit, he's pretty dang sharp. I like to think that this is why the God of Destruction has never shown up in another Builders game, or no, Builders game, another core game as an enemy. Because we are just stopping it right here and right now, and he only exists as the Elven Malroth, not the God of Destruction. Looks like Malroth got through to Hargon, though I don't know what you're going to be considering you're dead. I really do like this, though. The idea that this huge evil was born into a completely innocent body, and through genuine bonds and friendship, gained a new life all his own. Bye! So now the buggy blasters are powered up. I should actually be able to shoot those things. Yeah, I don't think you can actually shoot them down before now. I think your blasters are just too weak. So this is the Dragon Quest Builders theme song. Yeah, look how much faster we are! So I get why this is here, but it still sounds so weird for this fight. And that's not dodgeable. Maybe it's kind of weird to me because it feels like it kicks in at the wrong time. It feels like it should only kick in after you've done a couple more upgrades. I love the song, I just feel like maybe it starts too early. The beams are completely undodgeable, but that's why you wait until he fires, and then throw up the buggy shield. I think it's actually... sorry, the buggy barrier. I think it actually does not have a limited amount of time that it can be up, so I think you can just start charging at the very beginning, and it works. Try it. Yeah, it works just like Goldilocks. Yeah, Goldilocks is. You are way too close to us right now. Dia Tree, the Gold Gauntlets, now the Kazapple Cannon. All three of the major things that everyone helped us build is now coming back to slam Malroth right in his stupid face. Well, the Destruction Malroth has a stupid face. Our Malroth has a cute face. Actually, he kinda does, like... The weird little... I don't know, there's just something kind of weird about his face. You have to start charging the Kazapple Cannon really early on. A little bit higher to make dodging. Then I didn't dodge it. There we go. That's what it looks like when you do it correctly. To be fair, the car is running off Malroth's own power, so... I feel like the Kazapple Cannon isn't really a big ask. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. He blocks the Kazapple Cannon if it's before he's really up close. That's because the game won't let me actually go any higher. You might have noticed when I try to go higher, he follows me. He's having some struggles over there. I think maybe a remix of the song might have sounded better, because I get what they were going for. When you beat Hargon, and when you put in the powered up shots, that's supposed to be the turning point to the fight. This is also auto-advancing, but it's auto-advancing at a much more reasonable rate. Which makes me wonder why they couldn't do that for all the floating text. And a co-op de Gras takes out the God of Destruction. I think it's just because it is just the basic Dragon Quest theme. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the song, it's a good song, but it's the basic Dragon Quest theme, it's the title screen, it's not the final boss music. It doesn't fit as final boss music, not really. So we have killed the evil one, and now Malroth has all his power. But does he have to go into an itty-bitty living space? That is the question. What are we making? What did we actually just do? Oh, that's right! So this is Malroth's ultimate weapon. That is called Helga's Hammer. Which... you actually don't know unless you give him a different weapon and make him put it down. You can also make a sign with his ultimate weapon on it, which is kind of interesting. I kind of like to think that Helga's Hammer is a representation of like a really good blacksmith because of that. Also, maybe that was a tear to the actual real world. Though he was going to destroy the illusion world first, so... I don't know. Even Oh wow, it is very... Where is Malroth? It's very dark and Malroth hasn't loaded in. There he is. Is it actually in the crafting anvil? I must have forgotten that. But yeah, Malroth's ultimate weapon is a hammer, just like the builder has, which is really adorable. This puts you right on the beach where you actually first met Malroth. Then Rosie and Nessa and Babs come to visit us. Well, greet, I guess, is a better word than visit. Please say she drowned, please say she drowned, please say she drowned. Dang it! The one good thing that could have happened with this whole world being disappearing, it didn't actually happen. Ask Pi or Maverick if you want to know why we have problems with Lulu. Because most of her problems are only evident through the other 90% of the game. I think smirking is the best way to describe the builder's expression. I think it's supposed to be gold, Lulu. But it does look very yellow. In some ways, Malroth is still childish as ever. Yeah, if you know Japanese games, do you know that really, like, bitchy, dominating, super irritating, pushy type of girl that so many Japanese things seem to have? The one that nobody realistically would actually like or enjoy being around, but they keep getting put in games? Yeah, that's Lulu. Hello, Izzy. Do you want to say hi to Malroth? We got him back. Izzy don't care about Malroth. Ah. What did you build a torch, Malroth? Yeah, see, she knows Malroth has never been able to build anything. She's been worried sick, and the first time he gives her something, she insults it. That's very Lulu-ish. I wish you could put NPCs away from everybody else. But unfortunately, they'll just teleport down to the main central town. I kind of like that everyone's lighting the path up to the temple so you can talk to them. I mean, water is actually realistically hard when you land on it, so... Wow, you're fairly perceptive. Please do not. Yeah, I can go with that. Sploosher right away. Yes, please. Please respect social distancing rules. Actually, you're right, they are. Well, not quite. Bagrog would have been here instead of Ordelia if that was the case. But mostly so. Also, Digby and Doogie would have been in front of Ordelia as well. This is our world now. Hargon can't take it away from us. I kind of want to walk past them without talking to anybody but Zara, but I'm not that mean. Yeah, well, there's a reason I said that Moonbrook chapter was the worst chapter. This is supposed to be kind of like all these characters you get really close to and attached to. Like, I really love Doogie and Digby and all of them. So this is supposed to be kind of like a sum up of how they feel in the current situation. But I feel absolutely nothing but distaste and spite for the Moonbrook people. I'm definitely not talking to you. You suck. Esther is like the only person in this group that I like, but Hayden, who I walk past, is just terrible in every aspect. Also, you don't have to talk to everyone if you don't want to, Burger. You can literally just sprint up the path and ignore every single person. That's just not how I roll. Here we're back up to the temple with my weird little arrangements. Oh, are you friggin' serious? I have to go back down and get frickin' Lulu because she refused to come up. I walked past her so she had a hissy fit and refused to keep going. That's not unique to Lulu, although that would be very appropriate. NPCs have some kind of grudge where if they're trying to lead you somewhere and you know where to go and you walk ahead of them, they will just stop and stand there. Even if you're actually on the path they're programmed to take, even if you're where they're programmed to stop, they just will not go to it, and it makes no sense whatsoever that's the case. You have to basically babysit their dumb butts all the way up. Thankfully this sort of thing doesn't happen very often, but it's really annoying when it does. I dream of shoving you on a terrible, terrible place, Lulu. Someday I will have my dream come true. God, I wish I could send her to Moonbrook. I would love that so much, but no, I have a different plan. Plot twist. It wasn't Hargon dying that was or Malroth waking up that was tearing the world apart. The world was trying to kill itself to get away from Lulu. Malroth loves everybody here. I assume the builder told him the plan on the way up, considering he asked at the beach and we just said follow us and see. Nope, talk to Malroth. I don't know, that seems like the perfect team to me, Malroth. I'm pretty sure Malroth would also love actual real food. You just have to get it down into him. Malroth, if you say destiny one more time, it's gonna feel like it's not actually a word anymore. I couldn't tell you. Nothing should be whispering you on my end. And off the godly superpower ball goes into the sky. The burst of light through both Malroth and my efforts combined. This world of illusion becomes a real world. Real world with real people that will exist for eternity. It's like any other world. Pretty much, yeah. Putting these sunglasses on was the worst thing. It hides my expression so much. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a comment or hitting the like button to help with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to know when new videos are posted, subscribe and hit the bell. I hope to see you around!